2024, a great year for you to get started on the Amazon platform in the Middle East. If you are an existing Amazon seller or if you are starting this journey new, this is the video where I'm gonna walk you through all of the updated details for you to register your seller account on Amazon. Number one. Number two, for you to figure out the taxes and VAT requirements. And number three, for you to understand how you are able to ship products directly into the Amazon UAE warehouse or the Amazon KSA warehouse. All of this in this fast-paced video. So let's get started. Now, the first journey to get started selling on Amazon is registering a seller account. This cannot be any simpler in the Middle East markets, trust me, but I'm gonna explain to you exactly how it is. Now, there are a lot of updates, and that's why we decided to update this video after we launched a similar version of it back in 2023. So all of the information is updated in this video. Listen up and make sure that you understand all of the details. First and foremost, if you want to sell on Amazon in the UAE or in KSA, we need to divide and split you up into two different groups. Whether or not you are eligible to directly register on Amazon UAE and KSA as a seller, or you have to be a global seller. So those are the two options. Option number one, if you want to register directly, then this is where you need to be residing or you need to have a company in these countries for the UAE and KSA. However, if you didn't see the name of your country on the screen, then what you need to do is you need to become a global seller first and then have Amazon as a secondary market, as a global market for you. So these are the countries that are currently eligible for global registration on Amazon.com. And if you reside in any of these countries or if you have a business in any of these countries, the good news is that you can register to sell on Amazon UAE or KSA. Now, with that being said, please do not worry, because of course we created a handy dandy downloadable PDF file for you where you'll find all of the information that I'm talking about right now. So everything is clear for you. Please go down to the description box underneath this video and find the link, click on it, add your email, and we'll email it over to you. And since you're feeling so generous, why not also make sure that you subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video because it helps other people find it if they're on a similar journey, and take a few minutes and leave me a comment in the comment section below. Now, if you notice the countries that just appeared on the screen, and if you are thinking what I'm thinking, yes, you can actually register an account as a seller in the UAE and KSA markets of Amazon without having a local business. That's the great thing about the markets here in the Middle East, which basically means you can, if you are currently an Amazon, let's say UK seller, you can use your LTD, the same LTD, and use it to register as a seller on Amazon UAE or Amazon KSA. Alternatively, you can decide to register a business in the UAE or in KSA and use that existing business to sell right here on the platforms. What would be the differences of doing this or that? More on this in a few. Now, how do you register and what are the things that are necessary? One thing to note is that on Amazon in the UAE and KSA, we only have one type of account known as the professional account on Amazon. And right now, this account is free of charge, so there are no monthly subscription fees to sell on Amazon in the Middle East. However, you can register and decide to open an Amazon account as a seller, either as an individual or as a business entity. If you decide to open this seller account as an individual, what is required from you is to present a copy of your ID or your passport, as well as a copy of a verification document like a bill or a bank statement that verifies your identity. It should have your name as well as your legal address on it. If you want to register as a business, very much similar types of requirements. However, you probably don't need a bill. What you do need is a copy of your business license, as well as the copy of the ID and passports of the shareholder or shareholders if there's several people owning the company. Where do you go in order to register a seller account? Very easy. The easiest thing to do would be to go to your Amazon account, the Amazon marketplace where you want to sell. So let's say you want to sell on Amazon UAE. You just go to Amazon.ae. Amazon KSA, Saudi Arabia, would be Amazon.sa. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and then you'll find the right link for you to click in order to start your seller application. Side note, I would always recommend that you create a fresh, brand new email which you've never used before potentially on Amazon, either as a seller or as a customer. Watch out. So use a fresh new email in order to register, just so that there's no complications. Step number 2 that you need to think about, VAT and taxes. This becomes a little bit complicated. Nobody likes taxes. Nobody likes to pay taxes, right? So the VAT and taxes are fairly simple in the UAE and KSA marketplaces for Amazon and for businesses in general. So what I want you to think about is, again, we're going to split it into 2 different sections. We're going to split our information into 2 different sections. Section number 1 would be local sellers who are residing in the similar country where they are selling. So if you are a resident of the UAE and you used your residency to register as a seller, or if you are a business located in the UAE, you don't physically need to be located here. However, let's say you are a business with a business license registered here in the UAE and you are using that same business license to register on the same marketplace where your business is registered, then that would make you a local seller. And as a local seller, according to the rules and regulations, you have a threshold of up to 375,000 dirhams in sales per year, in revenue per year, before it is mandatory for you to register for VAT. So anything under that, you don't need to register or even file for VAT. However, number 2, if you are a non-local seller, meaning you didn't use your Emirates ID as an example, or you didn't use your UAE business license, you used your UK passport, or you used your UK LTD in order to register and sell on Amazon in the UAE. Maybe you even live in Dubai, but you decided to do that. You are considered a non-local seller, which basically means you need to register for VAT as soon or even before you get started selling. So there is no threshold for you. You need to register for VAT and you need to do your filings every single 3 months. Don't worry, of course, in our handy-dandy downloadable PDF, we've added the best service providers to help you register for VAT in both UAE and KSA markets. All of these service providers are approved by Amazon, just like we are, and are part of the Amazon service provider network, just like Amazon Sellers Society and Sellers Society, but we don't help you with VAT registration. So now that how you open a seller account and what are the things related to taxes and VAT registration, now you have that information. This is all very important. But the next problem to tackle, or the next question rather to tackle, would be, so how do you import products into the UAE? Let's say that you are selling as an individual, or let's say you are selling as a non-local seller. So you don't live in the UAE or KSA, and you don't have a business here, you don't have a presence here. How are you able to import products from, let's say, China in order to sell them on Amazon in the UAE? Does Amazon right here, are they going to be shipping your products from China? No. So if you know anything about Amazon, if this is a new platform for you, or you are previously an Amazon seller, you do know that Amazon do not provide any of those services. They only provide you, at least here, they only provide you a warehouse, and you are responsible, these are your products, you're responsible to deliver them over to the Amazon warehouse right here in the UAE or in Saudi Arabia. And as soon as this happens, then yes, you can add them into the warehouse for fulfillment reasons. But they're not going to do anything past that. It's your responsibility to ship them directly and to make sure that they clear customs. With that being said, I want you to learn a new term called IOR, Importer of Record. So whenever you're shipping a product, for the product to go through customs, there has to be an importer of record, or an IOR. Now, an IOR is normally the owner of the products or the purchaser of your products, of the products that are being imported into a country, i.e. you. You are the importer of these products. However, if you are an individual, you cannot act as your own IOR. If you are an international company that doesn't reside in the same country where you are shipping those products, you also cannot act as an IOR. And this is why a third party, like your shipping company, your freight forwarder, or your customs agent, your customs broker, they can act as your IOR. And that is the easiest way for you as a seller in order to ship products into the UAE. What you would need to do is to find a service provider. Most likely it's going to be your shipping company or your freight forwarder that will act as your IOR. Thus, what they will do is they will import the products on their record, and then they will be able to clear those products through customs, pay VAT, pay customs duties, clearance, anything that is required, and then they will be able to support you in sending the products directly to the Amazon FBA warehouse. And yes, you guessed it, I'm going to give you some companies that do provide this type of service in the handy dandy downloadable PDF file. I believe this is the easiest system for any Amazon seller because Amazon is supposed to be a global business. You do not need to sell in the same country where you live. So it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you intend to sell. You can be anywhere and everywhere. This is truly a global business that you can manage from anywhere. So if that is the case, then you can import the products into any country. You just need to find the right partner to help you with all of those details. Now you are fully equipped to start your journey on Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. And I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.